Good morning, everybody. It is day 4 on our section hike from Front Royal, Virginia to Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. At the halfway point, the Mansion State Park. We spent a very lovely evening at the home of a close friend of Navigator's brother from years and years and years ago. We got to hear some cool stories about them playing music, bands, and a whole number of other things. His wife Romy, delightful young lady. We had a good time. They fixed a great dinner for us last night. Gary, the host, is a pretty good bartender. We had some drinks that were fitting, called the Liberals, and we all enjoyed them very much. It was a good evening. We're going uphill pretty good right now, so I'm not going to tape long this morning, but don't know how far we're going. Was too busy last night. Didn't even get to edit my yesterday's video, which will be a short one, but because of the rain. And it's cold this morning. It's in the low 40s. And tonight's supposed to get down, I believe, maybe just below 32. I think heard somebody say 28. It's going to be cold. We are still in the roller coaster. I think we're out of it today. My hands are freezing. Deb has my gloves. My fault. I should have brought, I have mittens and I have gloves. I should have brought them both. Didn't think I'd need them. Big mistake. But I think it's supposed to warm up to about 50 today. Which will be okay. Once the sun comes out, it won't be so bad. I have changed my attire today. Yep. I'm back to wearing tights. Pulled the second tick off of me last night in the last couple days, and of course I've said it before, this is where I got a number of tick bites in 23. Ended up going to the hospital in Harpers Ferry to get medication for Lyme disease, since I had one tick bite that had the big bullseye on it. So far that is not the case for these 2 tick bites. I think mainly because I should thank Deb publicly. She pulled them out and made sure she got all of them out. And then on the flip side of that thank you is an F you. Because she dug that shit out. I was screaming like a little girl last night again. I shouldn't say little girl. I was screaming like a baby. It hurt. She had to dig and dig and dig because that sucker was so small. But she finally got it out through all my cursing and yeah. That was a big baby. That was a big baby. All right, I'm going to put this down because this is going to be steeper. All right. We're almost to the top of our second climb. I'm not going to say big climb because it wasn't. It was pretty steep, this last one. We're on a not so steep section toward the top now. We've come 1.7 miles in about 50 minutes. So we're right on a 2-mile-an-hour pace, which can't beat that. Well, you can, but we don't want to. Whew. It's still cold, but I'm just pouring sweat right now. And we go over the top. Just like that, we're going downhill. It's been rocky. It's been steep. But we've got maybe another 2 miles or so before we're out of the roller coaster. And looking at the graph, I'm not going to say it looks easy, but we don't have the big ups and the big downs after this. It's just a whole bunch of little ones. Puds and more puds. And day hikers have kind of made a new trail. Yeah, I hate to say this, but I prefer walking on the rocks. You get toward the edge where you get the wet roots, and I don't like that. I'd rather walk on a rock. Especially they're dry now. After the rain yesterday, we were a little worried. We got up this morning and somebody looked at their phone and said 84% chance of rain today. It was like for a 15-minute blip, and we didn't get it. Somebody else did. So. I've got to do when I get to Harper's Ferry, before I upload these first 4, 5, 6 videos, whatever I've got, I've got to do a blurb from the end of the day yesterday. So by the time you see this video, you will know that our trail angel, my trail angel, Jen from Front Royal, you've seen the pictures where they met us at the Chase, the Bear Chase Brewing Company, which had some really, really, really good food. We got there early, an hour before Jen and Chris were going to get there. And so Navigator and I split a pizza, and Deb and Abby split a piece of flatbread, whatever the heck that is. And then when Jen and Chris got there, then we had our real lunch. So for me, hiker hunger is definitely kicked in. And I don't know where I'm going. I'm just zigging and zagging all over the place. I think, that's the bad thing about being places where there are so many day hikers. You just get trails going every direction. They always think there's an easier way, and there really isn't. But the point I was getting to is that the girls, who are all behind me right now, they're within earshot, but they decided that Jen needed a trail name, and so they gave her one. And as you know from the video that I posted yesterday, the blurb that I'm going to do at the end of it, is that the trail name that they gave her is Lifeline, because at least for our group of hikers, her and her husband have been a lifeline for me when I came through, for Ninja when he came through, and now for the group that I'm hiking with now, which I consider my trail family right now. So so Jen's trail name is Lifeline. Now we can't leave Chris out. We're gonna have to come up with something with Chris. We'll chat with him again, but we'll come up with something that's just as good. Jen was so tickled. She got emotional, which made me emotional, and everybody got emotional, and it was kind of cool. All right, Deb, don't worry, you don't have to duck. There are advantages to being a little person. She's going to beat me for saying that. I'm glad she didn't hear it now, or I'd have a trekking pole in the center of my back. Starting to warm up a little bit now. Sun's coming out. It's looking good. So, Jen is now Lifeline. I also had the thru hiker. My thru hiker badge from this year, and since I decided not to do a thru hike, I have no use for that. So I asked Jen Lifeline if she would like to have it. And again, she got a little emotional. I thought that was so cool. I think that was the perfect place. I think that's where that thru hiker tag, that's where it belongs. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to put this phone away because the girls are breathing down my neck, and I don't need them pushing me. So, I don't remember the sign. I'm sure I saw it, but I don't remember it.
What does it say?
Virginia, West Virginia state line.
We were in West Virginia then.
No, actually, the sign's wrong.
Yeah,
So
it's
people are
backwards.
Commenting on that, like that's pretty silly. There's one of the.
All right. We're over our second big climb of the day. Not big, but I call it big because that's what it looks like on the graph. But we got a view up here, so we don't get many views here right now. Let's see what we got. Ah, yeah.
Mountain in the distance.
That's nice.
Cloud shadows.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Sorry, bub.
You're fine.
Look at that one house over there.
I'm looking at the bird.
Yeah, I was looking at the bird too.
The bird's just gliding. And there's another one.
To be able to do that.
Are those buzzards? Probably.
Think they are. Miss Stephanie. Yes. If I pull this.
All right, Lifeline. Start to cringe. I know you don't like it when I do this, but I have to tell you. Now, in the minute I say this, I'm going to fall flat on my head. But this is so much easier to go through these rocks like this without trekking poles. You don't have to worry about them getting stuck in roots and rocks and pulling you off balance. And sometimes they can be worse for you. And I've gotten so good at this. I should probably shut up, but I can just hop from the top of one rock to another. It's getting a little bit better here. It's not so bad. Looks like I got another section coming up. Something screaming at us off to the side. Some bird, don't know what it is. Had to stop and tie my shoes, so the girls have left me. Looks like we got one more little stretch of uphill before we're finished with this one. And I think after this, we really just have one more, maybe one more big one for the end of the roller coaster. And it's not that big. It's really going to be about the same as this one we just did, which, a little steep, not long. Less than probably 5/10 of a mile. Nothing compared to what's down south. Those were the big ones. Bigger ones. Starting to go uphill again. I might need trekking poles here in a minute just to get me up. I'll tell you one thing. These last 2-3 days have definitely given my shoulders a workout. You're not going to find better physical therapy than what I'm doing out here. I hope I mentioned before. When I came out here, my range of motion was probably 50% of what it was before surgery. And now it's beyond what my right shoulder is. So past 100%. I'm guessing 110%. Which means that the shoulder surgery was very successful, and since I started doing my own physical therapy, my therapy has been successful. It's funny. I sprained my ankle 2 weeks ago, and it doesn't hurt. It hasn't hurt since the day I did it. But that right ankle is still swollen. Hard to tell what kind of damage I did in there, but it is still swollen. But no pain, no discomfort, no motion issue. It's fine. It's just swollen. It'll go away eventually. It looks like they've leveled off up here. I feel good. And I think the girls feel good. Deb is stronger since she started, obviously. I'm tickled to be hiking with these girls, these women, these ladies, whatever you want to call them, with my friends. They're all tough, and it took Deb and Abby a little bit of time to get going, and they both have some struggles all along the way, as have I. The only person who is not, at least visibly, and is that beast that's up in front, the navigator. She just blows me away. She's the Energizer bunny rabbit in slow speed, but she never stops moving. I don't care how tough the hill is. If she stops, it's simply because she needs to get a drink, not because she's tired. She just keeps going and going and going and going, which in turn motivates us to keep going and going and going and going, and we do. She's a great person to hike with. I wouldn't have it any other way. This has just been a great trip for me. I can't even describe how much better my mental health is coming out here with good, decent people. I just don't get to do that. You know, where I live, people pretend to be good, decent people, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to figure out that they're not, because they're so good at hiding it. But no, these people, it's just not that way. Anyways, they're down here giggling. They're down here giggling, so they're probably talking about somebody or something. That's what I figured.
Chatter, chatter.
Yeah. This is interesting. There's a lot of old dead wood that's down on the ground here. But the forest is alive. I mean, you look. These ferns that are popping up. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. Ah, crap. All right. Don't do this. Day hikers. Don't bring your trash out here and you're too fucking lazy to take a plastic bottle back. So I've got to carry your shit out. Pisses me off. If you're a day hiker and you do that kind of shit, fuck you. You're an asshole. You got no business being out here. Stay at home, sit on your couch, watch your TV. Oh boy. We got some wicked wind coming in. Probably means we got a little shower coming in. I hope that's not the case. It won't take me but a moment to get my rain gear out, but if this is one of those quick little pop-up storms, thunderstorms, then I may not have time, and I damn sure don't want to get wet. I think the next time we stop for a break, if I make it that long without getting in the rain, I'm going to get my raincoat out and at least put it on the outside of my pack so that I can get to it quickly if I need to. That wind is cold. Let me look. Temperature right now is 45 degrees. And with that wind, I mean, you can hear it and see it. All right, I'm going to put this down just in case it does start raining. I need to go as quickly as I can to get into my pack and get my rain gear and not have to worry about my phone. Here we go again. Damn rocks. Damn rocks. Right through these suckers. Piece of cake.
100 yards for water.
All right, it's official. We have completed the roller coaster. And yesterday and today, we made it so easy on ourselves, doing that bigger day before and before that. But it's all good. It was fun. It was enjoyable. We're almost to the top of this last little uphill section, and then the rest of the day is just going to be a bunch of puds. It's kind of a boring day compared to yesterday. Yesterday was such an awesome day. One of my best days on trail, from beginning to end. Yeah, we got up early, got going. We were with a bunch of people at that shelter, 25 or more people, and it was just crowded. But we got out of there early first. We hustled our butts into the brewery, the Bear Chase Brewing Company, and the food was awesome. We had pizza, and then we had a big burger, and we had hot chocolate, and Lifeline and her husband Chris showed up about noon, and we enjoyed eating with them, talking with them, giving Jen her trail name, and that's a moment that I will have in my mind and heart for the rest of my life. That was one of those good moments. Very touching for her and for us. I'm still getting a little choked up when I think about it, and I always will. It was a special moment. And then they had to go, and pretty much as soon as they walked out the door, Stephanie's brother's best friend showed up with his wife, Gary and Romy, and they live just a couple miles off the trail. Beautiful home, beautiful dogs, and beautiful people. We really had a great time with them. It was kind of neat because they picked us up in an old pickup truck, an old Ford F-150, I think, pickup truck. Threw all our gear in there. I rode back with Gary, and the girls rode back with Romy. And it was just a delightful evening. We took a little while. I hope they didn't think I was antisocial or anything, but I can't really do anything fun until I have my daily chores done. So I made sure that I got everything unpacked. I put my tent up to dry it out from the night before, as did Abby and Deb. And we all got showers, went down. Gary fixed us a wonderful dinner. I'll have to have Deb tell me again what it was, but it was delicious. It was wonderful. And we had great conversation and drinks and cocktails throughout the evening, and we ended up staying up way later than we needed to. But how do you end the day like that? You know, it was just a great time with great people. Just a great day. It was one of my best days on the trail ever. It was a good day. And this morning we woke up, got our stuff together. Gary once again fixed us a nice breakfast. They took us back to the trail, and it was good. It was good. Now I have to admit here that we did cheat a little bit. The road that we have to cross, and maybe I'll go back and try to find the video where Tater and I crossed it 3 years ago. This road is a dangerous road. The traffic does not stop. It's a main line into and out of Washington, D.C. And the traffic never stops. It's 4-lane with a median, and you just have to wait for your opportunity and go. We cheated. We did not cross it yesterday when we probably should have, because the traffic is lighter. There's no way in hell we were going to get across that road today. So we cheated, and they dropped us off on the other side. So for purists, we didn't cross that road. But for good reason. I'm sure Lifeline will be tickled because she is scared to death for us to cross that road. Anyways, today has been a weird day. We got up, it was cold. We started on trail, it was like 45, 46 degrees, and it got colder. It went down to 41. And when we stopped for water a little bit ago, because that may be our last good water source between now and camp tonight, we on the way back from getting the water, it started sleeting and snowing a little bit. Nothing, I mean, obviously nothing on the ground, nothing stuck. It was just, it got really cold. We all put warmer clothes on. I got my raincoat on over my hoodie, over my shirt. My legs got a little cold. I did not bring thermals. I just brought tights, and we'll have to see how I'm going to work all that out tonight when I sleep, because I think it's supposed to get down in the low 30s, maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know later. But anyways, yeah. Yesterday, great day, great day. Today, I think we've come, I don't even know. We got to be over 4 miles. We're going, I think, 10.7, 8. Again, I don't even know that. I did a quick plan this morning. I forgot to do it last night. I think Navigator, her far out shows we're going 10.7. I think mine actually shows that we're going 11. But my guess is she cut off. Because she is a purist, she cut off that part that we skipped, not crossing the road. Although that's not going to be more than a half a tenth, if that. But we'll figure it all out. And I did have to do my plan while I was hiking through rock, so not the best thing I could have done. So I may have to revise it a little bit. But anyways, bottom line, we're going to be doing somewhere between 10.5 and 11 miles today. Oh. But the rest of the day, you look at the graph, there's just a bunch of little pointless up and downs. It's going to be a putt day. Tomorrow, I think we do a Nero into Harper's Ferry, where we've got reservations at an inn there. And we're going to do a Nero and a Zero. So it'd be good to have a day off. My body needs the rest. Yesterday was nice, but still, we were in the roller coaster, and it's hard. And going through rain, and yeah, you can see the ground here is wet. So they get, when we got that little dusting of sleet and snow and rain, it looks like it rained a little bit more here. You notice how the ground's wetter here? All right, I'm going to put this away because I can't. A quick little videotape. We're going uphill now. We got about 4.2 miles to the end of the day, but it's actually sleeting a little bit now. Of course, the minute I say that, it stops, but we've had sleet coming down for the last couple minutes. The sky's getting overcast again. It's going to be a cold night. It's going to be a cold night. Oh boy, oh boy, boy. Lots of memories on this trail. When I came through here in 23, I did from Bear's Den all the way to Harper's Ferry to deal with my tick bite. That was a 20-some mile day. And I didn't intend to do that. I intended to go, I don't remember, but my partner Tater at the time, we did not intend to go all the way to Harper's Ferry. But I remember sending her a text, letting her know that that was my decision. And I texted another guy who I knew was in a hotel in Harper's Ferry to hook me up with a ride to urgent care. And that was then. And I ended up spending 4 days, I believe. 4 days in Harper's Ferry dealing with the tick bite, but mainly waiting for my new credit card to get here because some thief stole my credit card data while I was out on the trail. And here they come. Y'all can keep right on going. I'm going to take my little break now. Yeah. Yeah. Nice flat area for a little bit. The rest of the day is just, I mean, I've said it before, it's just going to be a whole bunch of little ups and downs. We've got one section, I'll have to look and see where it's at, but it looks like it's going to be extremely steep for about a tenth. And I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I'll try to put it down on the ground a little bit. You can see little pieces of sleet bouncing off the rocks. Yeah. You know, a few days ago it was 96 degrees, and now we got winter weather. Yeah. Okay. It's not anything horrible, but it's just the drastic change in weather. Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I know, you can see it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna put my raincoat on. Wow. Look at this. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Got my raincoat on. And just in the time it took me to put my raincoat on, look at this.
Oh my God, it's so right behind us. Look at how beautiful it is. Can we get a picture of that top of it?
Oh yeah, look at this, folks. You can see the trail. I'm gonna zoom and zoom some more. The whole trail is just white and it's not covered with snow. Let me go back to regular zoom. I mean, these are little ice pellets. It's crazy. This is gorgeous. I love this. And it's not going to last. This is going to melt pretty quickly on the ground. Yeah. Let's see what the temperature is right now. It is 42 degrees. You know, I was just talking about just a few years ago. Well, the winter of 22, 23. I had one night where the temperature, the daytime it was 55 degrees. The next day it was -5. In all of my privacy bushes, I have 150 yards of privacy bushes that are about 10 feet high in my backyard. And they all froze. These are evergreens. Every one of them dropped all their leaves. And I didn't know when I left for the trail if I would come home and and they would all be dead. And fortunately, they were not. We had a lot of dead in there. I had one bush that died, and I've since replanted it. But just crazy weather. Yeah, it's starting to melt. I mean, it's still coming down a little bit, but not like it was a minute ago. It's wild how these rock formations just boom right in front of you. It's crazy. It's almost like somebody came in here and set these things here. They're just all on top of one another. How does that happen? Wow. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. All right, I'm gonna put this away because with the slick and the rock, I don't want to fall. Sounds like a plan. I like it.
The weather really goes berserk on us. We can escape to the Blackbird Center.
Yeah, I don't think the weather's gonna get bad.
No.
What's this sign?
I'm very happy that I was jealous of the guy having gone through hell, so now we got to go through the hill.
Trail magic. See the caretaker. We have come 8.6 miles. About 2.3 to go to the shelter. We're rolling right along. No more hail or sleet or whatever it was. The scenery's changing a little bit, although the rocks are the consistent. They ain't going nowhere. Right now, I keep looking behind me because about 10, 15 minutes ago, we heard a dog barking aggressively. And we turn around and he's right behind us and he's coming down the trail at us. And he stopped a good 30, 40 feet away, but not cool. Not cool at all. This. Rock walls separate old farmland. Yeah, that dog come down. It just, for me, that kind of aggressive behavior, it just brings back so many bad memories as a mail carrier and as a hiker. For you, the guys that have followed me, you know I don't like it. There are laws out here. You must keep your dog on a leash. Period. End of discussion. Absolutely no reason to have your dog off a leash. Dogs are unpredictable around strangers, around other dogs. It's stupid. There's a reason the law's there. It's because animals and people have been attacked by dogs that are not on a leash. I yelled out. We never saw the person behind us, but I yelled, "Get your goddamn dog under control." The dog apparently got called back, and we haven't seen any sign of the person or the dog again. Just not cool. It's just not cool. If that person catches up with us, I'm going to have a chat. Three specific types of people I absolutely despise out here. The ones that are out here doing harder drugs. You smoke your weed all you want. I'll smoke my weed all I want. But you get into harder drugs, cocaine, meth, these people become unpredictable. That's the first group. The second group is the alcoholics. The ones that can't go a day without boozing it up. Met quite a few of those, 23 and 24. Mostly 23. Whew. Tough little climb here. And the people who don't are training their fucking dogs. So if that person catches up with us, I'll have a couple things to say. And people always say, my dog's friendly. He'll never hurt anybody. That's true, until the first time they do. And I'll say this, put yourself in a hiker's position. You know, there's 4 of us out here. I'm not sure that any of these stray ladies would be able to protect themselves against a dog that was attacking. I'm not sure I could, but I know how to. And if you have an unrestrained dog and it gets within 3 feet of me out here, I'm going to hurt the dog. I'm going to hurt the dog. It's as simple as that. And I have every right to do so. Every state law that I'm aware of, if you're being attacked by a dog, you have every right in the world to kill that dog. I don't want to kill a dog. I love dogs. What I hate is stupid people. Stupid people should not own dogs. I know what comes to my mind every time I think about stupid people. You can fill in the blanks. Yeah. I don't know how many times as a mail carrier I had a dog owner say, oh, that dog won't hurt you. So friendly. That dog is friendly to you and your family and probably to your neighbors, people that it knows. It does not know the mail carrier. It does not know the hiker. And when you have a dog that's coming at you in an aggressive manner, go back to your first grade science class. Flight or fight. I'm not running. The dog's going to get hurt. And then the human being is going to say, why'd you hurt my dog? Because you weren't here for me to hurt you. So I'm back behind the girls to make sure that if this dog comes up here again, I would be surprised, to be honest. I think whoever's back there, they either turned around or they're going slow. They don't want to come up here. They don't want to come up here. They know that what they're doing is not only wrong, it's illegal. All right. You know, this day has been weird. It's been cold. It's rained. It's sleeted. Somebody that we passed said they heard thunder. We didn't hear thunder. Just the sun is in and out. When the sun's out, like it was a moment ago, I just looked at my thermometer. It's 51 degrees. Most of the day it's been in the low 40s. So it's just been a weird kind of day. I'm getting tired. We've come a good distance now. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody behind me. And here's the thing. How did that dog get so far ahead of the owner? That absolutely should never happen. Now, we ran into another man maybe an hour ago that had a dog. The dog was not on the leash, but the leash was, or the dog was right next to the owner. As soon as the gentleman saw us, he grabbed his leash and put it on the dog. And it's still wrong, but at least he has sense enough to keep his dog under control. Anyways, I'm warm now. I got my rain jacket on because it was cold. We stopped for lunch a little bit ago. It was a little chilly, so I kept my raincoat on, and it was overcast and chilly when we left, so I left it on, and now I'm burning up. It's going to be cold tonight. I hope I should be warm enough in my quilt and my liner. The quilt's 20 degree. The liner adds another 20 plus degrees of protection. I love the liner because you can put it over your head and just breathe into it, and your breath will warm you up. But I suspect I'm going to have to go to bed tonight wearing my clothing, and my upper stuff is going to be wet with sweat. No doubt about that. But I've got my puffy that's dry, and so I should be good. Deb's got hot hands that she's going to get from Navigator. So everybody should be fine. I think it's supposed to get down to a low of like 28 tonight. And I contemplated bringing thermals, but I just don't want to carry the weight. And I knew that we would have at least one night where it was going to be cold, but I figured I could get through that. And I think I can. I'll let you know tomorrow how uncomfortable I am tonight, but it should be okay. Yesterday's video, you're going to like that one. Of course, by the time you see this one, you've already seen that one. It looks like it's only going to be about a 10, 11 minute long video. Where today is going to be a bit long. I'm going to put this away, use my trekking poles, kick it into gear, catch the girls. The person with the dog, they caught up to us again. We stopped to take a break and take off our jackets, and the dog came up to us again, acting aggressively. And I stood guard with my trekking pole. The gentleman finally caught up, put his dog on a leash, and as nicely as I could, explained to him, your dog's supposed to be on a leash. I'm pissed off. Yeah. And what do they always do? The first thing, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. No, you're not. You know what the rules are. You know what the law is. You're not sorry or you wouldn't do it. Yeah. Probably straight line winds or a tornado.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
It's been for a distance now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot worse than this. And you know, we didn't get to see everything coming up through North Carolina that got trashed. So now this is all too old for the hurricane.
No, this is, but whatever it was seems about the same time. It all happened.
Yeah, this stuff's been down for probably 10, 20 years. Mm-hmm. Long time. All right. It's been a day, man. We got about maybe 2-3 tents to get to the shelter. That's going to be interesting. Shelter seems like a good shelter, but to get water, we've already decided Navigator and I are going to empty our packs. It's pretty much straight downhill. So we're going to need our trekking poles to get back up. And so we're going to take everybody's CNOC and any empty water bottles, go down, fill them all up with water, bring them back up. Good thing is, as cool as it's been, don't need to drink too much water, like the past few days. So I only have to do that one time. And tomorrow, we're going to do about 9 miles, get into Harper's Ferry, where we're taking a 0. So tomorrow will be a good day. I don't care how cold, wet, whatever it is. We're going to take a long Nero and a 0. Put this down, get me the trekking poles, catch up to the girls. This is the shelter we're staying in tonight. This looks very nice. I haven't seen any good tent sites yet. They say there are some here. The David, what is it? The David Lesser Shelter, built and maintained by PATC 1991. You can see the spring is a quarter-mile down, so we're looking at a half-mile down there and back. And the down there won't be so bad. The back will not be so good.
Campground that way.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay, I see what it says.
I do want to see the rest of the shelter. This is a very nice shelter with a patio.
Very nice little place to cook and sit.
Oh gosh! Somebody left a foam mattress pad up here. Some trash. All right, I'll take the trash with me. Yeah, this is some Adirondack bench. I like it. I like it. Campground in the spring this way. Wouldn't break my heart if the campground is halfway down to the spring. You know, if this is as steep as this, and I'm hoping this is not bad. But quarter mile, yikes. It's a long haul. Oh, there's some nice camp spots down here. They're all, I won't say all, but many of them are grassy, which would be cool. Is this a bear box? They're not listening to me. What is this? I believe that it is. We have a bear box. Yeah. Picnic tables down here. Lots of areas to put your tent. Yep. Yeah, you know, I get closer to these tent pads, they ain't looking as good as I thought. They're all cupped. If we get rain, we're gonna get flooded in almost every one of these.
Are we expecting rain?
Well, we're not, but you know, we've already had rain when we didn't expect it, so.
Over there looks a little better. It's a little flatter and there's grass.
Well, I like the grass,
I like
but almost every one of these camping areas are cupped. Not a good place if it's raining. Yeah, this is looking a little bit better up here. Just a little bit of an incline. It's hard to tell because we're all at an incline.
I could sit in here comfortably.
I wonder if we can pull that branch down.
Good question.
I don't think it's going anywhere. It's
No, it's not going anywhere. This is actually like, we could easily get plenty of tents right in here.